We told you about Ryan Kelly in court virtually earlier today. That hearing happening just hours after he was on our debate stage last night for the first major televised debate with Republican candidates for governor.
And political reporter Rick Albin moderated that event. He is here with a look at what's on the line.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, for each of these candidates, the stakes were high. In all cases, they need to break out of that group of ardent supporters and loyalists to find a broader base to win the primary. Here's an example. In our Epic MRE poll from June, the candidates on stage represented 47%, none of them above 20%. In the same poll of likely voters, 45% of those who say they will turn out at the polls say they haven't decided who they will vote for. That means there's a broad cross-section of likely GOP voters, and that's where the victory may be found. The trick is how to appeal to people that may not necessarily be as concerned about the 2020 election and Donald Trump as they are about inflation and how it's impacting their personal economy. For more than an hour, the candidates tried to differentiate themselves to find an advantage.
But we have to go through the budget line by line. We have to do forensic accounting on the budget, and we have to cut this needless spending. And there's a lot of areas that need to be cut, but we're going to bring in the right people to be head of these departments, the head of these agencies, to go through the budget and have the same philosophy as us, and we're going to cut it right down.
I would like to reduce the income tax and over time see that income tax reduced and eliminated over time. That's the quickest way to get money into the pockets of Michigan people to make sure their hard-earned money is going back to them.
Eliminating the personal income tax completely by January 1, 2024. Giving the people back in Michigan $12 billion of their own dollars.
Michigan is the 17th largest producer of gas, petroleum here in the United States. I think drilling more Michigan-based oil to produce those diesel and gasoline products that we can use here in the state of Michigan to provide relief at the pump.
So that debate went on for about an hour and a half, or an hour on television, almost a half an hour then at woodtv.com. And you can see the entire debate for free anytime. It's on demand online at woodtv.com.
All right. Yep, we got to sprint now to the primary. Rick, thank you.
Absolutely.